SuperTalk Mississippi media production.
Have you been seriously injured? Mama Justice is here for you. Our medical team partners with top-notch doctors, surgeons, therapists, and urologists, ensuring a comprehensive recovery journey. If you've been injured, call Mama Justice today. We're here for you.
Pike County, here comes your morning show. Dave in the morning on 93.5 FM, SuperTalk Mississippi.
So now, understand, you're not going to dictate to me what I do and what I don't do, but I'm still the mayor, Mr. Brown.
None of this meeting is recorded. None by any parties. Correct?
No, sir, mine is recorded. I'm being accused.
Any conversation.
Said I want to make it on record. I want the allegations in writing, or the accused, or on recording of this harassment.
And now, here's your host, Dave Hughes.
Good morning to you. How you doing? How's your Monday morning going? Hopefully you're having a wonderful morning and a fantastic day. If not, keep it to yourself. Don't harsh everyone else's buzz. We're doing the best we can, right? Notice this morning, crews are back hard at work on I-55. I could tell, by the way, at one point I was able to put my vehicle in park. That's always a good little tip-off there. Been happening a lot lately. I don't know if you've seen the reports. Traffic, usually on the southbound side, right before the Summit exit, gets to the point to where it's at a standstill 2 or 3 times a day. That's part of the whole thing. When did we start this project? Was it during the Hoover administration? I forget at this point. It's been a minute. But don't worry, just probably several more years to go. And then we'll be done and we'll come up with something else to do so we can spend the budget. Sorry, I said that out loud. New year, new me. No, it's the same old me. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm not even going to go into it. Been tied up. You've heard me on mornings for the past couple of weeks. So you and I haven't had a chance to sit down and discuss what's gone on over the holiday period, really. And, nothing unusual, unfortunately. We have had tragedies. The small child that fell in the pool, that was horrible. That was heartbreaking. That's the last kind of story you want to see. I don't care what time of year it is. Heart has to go out to the family. We've had shootings in the last couple of weeks. We've had people killed. we call that business as usual at this point in the city of McComb and in a big chunk of Pike County. And it's just where we live. Now, as we start a new year, one of the things that everyone does at the start of a year, today is the 5th of January, so we're almost a full weekend. One of the things that everyone does is they come up with their New Year's resolutions. If you were listening to Mornings last week, I explained that for me, you have continuing, ongoing, rolling resolutions throughout the year. If you wait to that one special day every year to decide you're going to change everything about your life or anything about your life, you're more destined to fail than if it is an ongoing process. You have to make adjustments. You have to change the way you're doing things. Sometimes you have to change your goals. That's just life. And setting one in, just locking it in right at the first of the year, you and I both know, and there are actual statistics to back this up. First of the year, everybody is full of vim, vigor, and vitality. They're ready to go. I'm going to do this. I'm going to lose my love handles. I'm going to make more money. I'm finally going to win a game of Monopoly. Whatever it is. We all set those goals right at the first of the year. And then by February, we're done. We're like, it's never going to work. I need to lose 80 pounds. And in January, I've only lost 12. It's not worth it. You do that for 7 months, you accomplished your goal. But we don't stick with it because everybody wants instant gratification. Everybody wants everything now, in that order. Whether it's New Year's resolutions, whether it's change in the government, whether it's wanting something fixed, it must be immediate. Everyone operates as if there is a fairy godmother department ready to wave its wand at whatever problems we have and make them magically go away. That leads to a lot of frustration and a lot of stress, and it leads to a lot of people bailing out on their New Year's resolutions. But if it's a continual thing, you have regular staff meetings at work for a reason, to go over what you're doing and figure out what you need to do different or what you need to do more of or what you need to just keep doing. You got to check in with it. And I would say at the first of the year, because by February, everybody's done. A lot of times it's just a week or two. You need to have weekly check-ins with yourself. Do some math like I did when I said, people get to the end of January, they've lost 12 pounds, go, I'll never lose that 80. Well, if you'll just shut up and buckle down another 7 months, you will have done so by August. You got to keep reminding yourself of things like that. You got to focus on it on a regular basis, whatever it is you're wanting to accomplish, whatever you're wanting to change. This year, 2026, I would like to point out it is an election year for the city of McComb city government. I have heard nonstop, I've been part of it, but I have heard for years about how horrible everything is. Now is the time to focus, figure out what you want to see, and then find somebody you feel is best qualified, best able to make what you want to have happen actually happen, and support them. I don't care who, it may be somebody currently on the board, it may be somebody brand new, nobody's ever heard of. It doesn't matter, because what do we go by? What do you and I judge things by? Results. Not by yin-yang, not by pretty statements, not by anything other than results. We have results from the last 3 years, 3.5 years of this board. If you're happy with the way things are going, well, by all means, vote the same way. If you're just tickled to death, If you're not, the time to start thinking about it is now, and the time to end thinking about it is after the election. It's a continuous process all the way through. You've got to use the old gray matter and figure out what you want, what you're looking for. This applies to all elections. We have other elections coming up, both this year in November and next year especially. Same process applies. I don't care where the election is, same process applies. First step is to look at the results from this term to decide if you want to vote for an incumbent. There are some exceptions. I mean, Governor Tate Reeves, doesn't matter how you feel about him, he can't run again if he wants to for governor, so that's out. It doesn't matter. You have to look at everybody else's results, everybody else's record. But most of the time, people are going to run for office again because they don't know when to go home. That is the defining feature of American culture right now. No one knows when to go home. I can mess it up just a little bit more. That's kind of the impression you get. Well, this year, City of McComb is up and running for elections. It's coming up before you know it. We're going to start having primaries in just a couple of months here. So the time is now to be focused on this, be thinking about this, and be figuring out if you're happy with the results or you want to go in a different direction. You want a different driver for your race car because this one keeps hitting the wall and running into the ditch. And then diverting the conversation to explain why the racetrack has ditches that they keep running into and it's their fault. Some of both out there to pick from at all levels. McComb is no exception. So now is the time to look at results, to look at these things, and figure out what you want to see when the new board is sworn in to take office on July 1st. Now, having said all of that, when we come back, let's take a look at the latest audit drama. We're making progress for a given value of progress. We will continue. Had some special call meetings right at the end of the year. At literally the last possible second, which is the only way we do anything with city government in McComb. The last possible second. That's how we pass budgets. That's how we deal with scary audit deadlines from the state auditor's office that could result in us losing our sales tax revenue. Well, it's got to be in by the 31st. Today's the 31st. Let's have a meeting at 2 and vote on it. It's like watching a 13-year-old with a term paper due every time there's a deadline. We'll talk about it when we come back. Keep it here.
Every now and then, we remind all of you loving, awesome, hardworking husbands that you have a premium it's time to renew. No, it's not life insurance, car insurance, or health insurance. It's way more important than those. I'm Kristen. Gentlemen, it's time to renew those long-term wife insurance policies. When you surprise her with a gift from Selman's, you remind her that no matter what lies ahead, you and she will get through it together. Your gift tells her this long-term wife insurance policy is for life. Renew your long-term wife insurance policy right here at Selman's. We're in it for the long term with you.
Ladies, your health is your priority, and the Women's Health Center in McComb is here to support you. We're thrilled to announce the return of Dr. Ann Vu. Dr. Vu joins our dedicated team, including Dr. Kevin Richardson, nurse practitioner Shayla Stanberry, and midwife Tara Givens. From routine checkups to specialized care, we offer comprehensive services tailored to your needs. Schedule your appointment today. Visit us at 1318 Harrison Avenue or call 601-684-2300. The Women's Health Center, where your well-being comes first.
Don't miss Dave in the morning. Even when you miss it the first time, you can catch it on the podcast. Missing out would be a crime. Super Talk 93.5 is always the place to be. Want to get the podcast version? Here, my friend, is the key. SuperTalkPikeCounty.com. It's all around, it's all the rage. Spotify, Amazon, or Apple, or just right there on the page. Dave in the morning, late at night, or anytime you have the crave. SuperTalkPikeCounty.com.
Weekday mornings at 6 after 9 on 93.5 FM, or you can catch up anytime by going to
SuperTalkPikeCounty.com.
Dave in the Morning at SuperTalkPikeCounty.com. Catch up and catch on.
No one can make this better. Take control, it's now or never. Are you sick of it? Raise your hands, get rid of it. Well, there's a fighting chance. Are you over it? Bored to death? Have you had enough regret? Take a stand, raise your hands. If you're sick of it, you're sick, you're sick, you're sick of it. You're sick of it, you're sick, you're sick, you're sick of it.
Just like to say for the record, if you're not sick of it yet, you haven't been paying attention.
I'm tired of it. I'm over it. I'm bored of it. Gotta fix this. I'm sick of it.
You know, we had 2 emergency meetings last week because we do not have things together enough to conduct business during regularly scheduled meetings in the city of McComb. I have talked about this many times. You get 2 meetings a month, the second and fourth Tuesday of every month. But most of the business has to happen early in the afternoon on the last possible day. At best, it presents the city of McComb as disorganized, disinterested, and unmotivated. That's my impression of it. So Tuesday, they had a meeting to approve the last second audit, which would have been on December 30th instead of the 31st. So they were finishing early. They need a cookie. But then it had to be tabled and then redone on Wednesday, the last day of the deadline. December 31st was the deadline given by the state auditor's office to have the most recent audit completed. And if we didn't, we were going to lose our sales tax revenue and other revenues, and it was going to be a nightmare. So, just like that 13-year-old I mentioned before the break that realizes it's 7 o'clock, I got a term paper due tomorrow. I'm going to type. We have slapped something together. And I haven't mentioned this yet. I've been saving it. I want to make sure that we let you know that on December 31st, the city approved the audit for the fiscal year 2021 on the last day of 2025. That goes from October 1st, 2020 to September 30th, 2021. So on December 31st, 2025, we got the audit presented for approval from bills the last quarter of 2020. How is that remotely acceptable or an accomplishment in anyone's mind? Now, how do I know this was just slapped together to desperately try to beat the deadline? A couple of things. The reason why they had to push it back to Wednesday for the vote when they were having their special called secret meeting on Tuesday, it wasn't secret, but it just felt like it, was because there were so many errors, basic errors. And I'm not even talking about with the money. They had in the audit every year, they list the people with the city who have a security bond posted. They had the current board listed. The problem is the current board wasn't in office at the time. So they had to go back and change that entire list to put the correct city officials in. They didn't even have the city officials right, but it gets more basic than that. During the meeting, at one point, the name of McComb was misspelled. On 2 different pages, the name of the city in the official preliminary audit was listed as Combs, C-O-M-B-S. So now we're Diddy, I guess. And there was another page where instead of saying the city of Macomb City, it said the city of Vicksburg. This is the biggest slap together nonsense, got to get it done and in by the deadline fluff job I've ever seen. When you don't even have the name of the city right, and I'm not even talking about the misspellings and the wrong name, you just left city of Vicksburg in there. I guess, did we copy and paste from a Vicksburg audit? Is that what's going on here? I don't know, but it raises the question, doesn't it? That is not a sign of attentiveness. That's not a sign of a good, thorough job. That is definitely not a sign of attention to detail, all on the part of Booker Camper, which brings me to another point now that I mentioned them. Maybe fine people, I don't know. Maybe a great organization. Don't know. I do know that for the second accounting firm in a row, the city of Macomb just can't seem to find anybody inside the state of Mississippi that they feel is qualified to do this. The last accountant was from New Orleans. That went well. Now we've got Booker Camper out of Tennessee. There are 3 million people in the state of Mississippi, and you can't find anybody to at least keep the city funds in the state? You got to go a 5-hour drive away to find somebody to call us the city of Vicksburg in a proposed official audit document? You look foolish. I'm not talking to Booker Camper there. I'm talking to the officials who made this decision, who thought this was a good idea. Find you an accountant in Mississippi to do the audits. It's not that hard. This is not that difficult of a concept. Well, we needed somebody that could handle this. Then why haven't they handled it? With this approval of a partial, halfway done proposed audit from 4 years ago, riddled with mistakes they had to correct and come back and vote on it again the next day, on deadline day. If they had waited one more day, we would have lost a chunk of money from sales tax revenue that we could ill afford to lose. And the best we could do was this error-filled mess from an accountant in another state that didn't even get the name of the city right the first try. Do not, at any point, puff your chest out and brag about what a good job you're doing. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating. And it's also ridiculous. Another change that they requested that they had made to the audit was to put in a clause stating that money would be returned to customers who ended their water contract with the city because of accounting errors. As it turns out, all of the water deposit money, when you go and you get water turned on at your property, you pay a deposit. That's the way it is on planet Earth, everywhere. The deposit money wasn't going in a separate account. They were just dumping that in the main fund and using it as revenue. So now it has to come out of there for anybody that they're going to refund. They're now going to open a separate account to hold the deposit money, as it should be. And then a conversation ensued. Mayor Lockley didn't want to publish the full audit, said it would cost too much. How much was your new car? We don't want to hear it. I'm sorry you don't want to air your dirty laundry and your inability to keep up with mathematical concepts in front of the people that voted for you, but that's kind of a requirement. It's literally a state law requirement that the audit should be published within 30 days for everybody to see. Full audit, publishing the whole thing is going to cost way too much. You should just publish a summary. Oh, you don't want everybody to see the details. Because I would assume there is a belief that practically every human being on planet Earth has more mathematical skill than what's been on display here. And as a result, they're going to notice things? Is that it? You would think at this point, you would want full transparency to show, going into an election year, that you're doing everything you can to get this straightened out. Oh no, we're just going to do a summary because we want to save a few dollars. How's that new car driving? That's my question when we bring up, why is it that we always try to save money at the expense of keeping taxpayers and voters informed, but the rest of the time to get new vehicles, to do all these other things, oh, well, that's just fine. Voters in the city of McComb, I'm really starting to pick up on this. I'm hearing it from a lot of people, are tired of being, well, they feel like they're in last place. They really do. Not in general, with city leadership. Ward 1 Selectman Tommy McKenzie posted on Facebook after all of this. In his post, said they needed about 3,000 journal entry corrections. The accountant did, to put this audit together for the fiscal year 2021. The books were in that bad a shape. They had to go in and fix around 3,000 different entries. No accounts were being reconciled on a monthly basis. Money was misallocated. The financial records were a mess. And apparently, they've already gotten some reports on the board, according to Selectman McKenzie, that the 2022 financial situation is the same thing. By the time the previous administration was winding down to the end, they did not improve in terms of their financial stewardship of people's tax dollars. It is a disaster, plain and simple, and we have spent 3+ years dancing around, trying to put on an act and look like we were being productive and taking care of this problem and getting us knocked out. And we're going to have no problem moving forward. We're going to get this all straightened out. Everything will be fine. It's going to be okay. And then basically nothing. 3.5 years after the new board came in, 4 years behind on audits. 3.5 years later, they're now only 3.5 years behind on audits. Good work. Should have been easy. The mayor we have is the mayor we had in the last administration. He should know where all the bodies are buried. He should know what's going on and where the problems lie. He should be able to pave the way to help it out and make it move a little quicker. Nope. Again, as evidenced by the fact that it took a threat from the state auditor's office to cost the city money to get us to this point. Otherwise, 4 years later, we'd still be 4 years behind. If you're supposed to do audits once per year and you think you're going to catch up by continuing to do audits once per year, you are even worse at math than I thought you were, and that's saying something. And that's basically what we've done. Except for this last second Hail Mary pitch of a provisional audit for the city of Vicksburg, the city of Combs. The city of McComb at the last possible second. A key feature of an audit should not be whiteout. And keep in mind, nobody kicked in the door of Booker Camper and said, "Give me that," and snatched it out of their hands, whether they were through with it or not. No, they submitted it, listing that it was for the city of Vicksburg in one spot, calling the city of McComb Combs. Combs might be a better name. I'm feeling a little puffy about this entire thing. This is unacceptable. Some of the findings were unacceptable. The fact that we seem determined to use anybody, as long as they're not from the state of Mississippi. What are the qualifications we're looking for that nobody in Mississippi can fulfill? What are the qualifications that we're going by to find someone to conduct the audits and get us caught up? And before you say, well, no one else really wanted this. Well, it's so funny. Horn, a Mississippi company, has come in to help straighten out the financial records and everything. They're okay with taking work for the finances for the city of McComb. Why didn't we ask them? And if they said, we don't do that kind of work, okay, fine. Who do you recommend? I'm not saying Booker Camper is a bad accounting firm. I'm not. I'm just saying I'm getting real sick of mailing checks across the state lines for something that we have plenty of people inside the state of Mississippi. Forget Pike County. It's obvious the people making the decisions for this kind of stuff could care less if they keep your tax dollars local. That's the least important thing to them. There's no one local to do it. Did you check? Did you ask around? Did you look? And at this point, we went from a New Orleans accountant to a Tennessee accountant. Anywhere from South Haven to Biloxi would be considered more local than what we've been doing. That's a wide field. Can't be bothered. So what are the criteria? I want to hear specifically, what are the criteria that everybody outside of the state can fulfill that no one in the state of Mississippi can fulfill when it comes to auditing the city's accounts? What are those criteria? What are we using to find someone to hire to do this? That's what I want to know. I would love a direct answer to that. Never going to get one because, well, as the mayor quite plainly said, he doesn't think that they should publish the full audit because it would be too costly. The audit gets published three places: in the newspaper, it gets published in on the state auditor's website, and it gets published on the city's website. Two of those three cost nothing. Nothing. Zero. Posting something onto your website, well, they're going to have to type it out. No, you upload a PDF, you ding-dong. It's 5 minutes worth of work. That's what the state auditor is going to do. so that everybody can catch up with what's going on in the city of Vicksburg. So that leaves the cost of advertising it in the paper. Hey, I realize we don't like writing checks to businesses in Pike County, but bite the bullet on that one. Prove that you care and you want the citizens to be informed. Oh, it's going to cost too much. Sell your car. Sell the car and use that money to pay to publish the audit so that the taxpayers and the voters can be fully informed of what's going on with their city and their money as we head into an election year. By the way, I'm not letting this go. I realize I haven't, but it'll get worse because there is 0 cents in this. And I'm sorry, it's insulting to come out and go, well, we can't publish it. We got to publish it 3 places, and 2 of them won't cost anything, but that third one, oh boy, that's just going to be costly. So maybe we just publish a quick summary so that no one can dig into the details and they can't see exactly how messed up everything is in Combs. That's what it feels like. I don't care what the intention is. No one cares what the intention is. I'm telling you what it looks like, what it feels like, what it smells like, and by extension to the voters, what it is. Good job. I am getting tired of seeing the city of McComb leadership get a medal every month in the shooting Olympics by perfectly targeting their own foot. It's continuous. It's every month. Eventually, they're just going to retire us. Hopefully. You're not allowed to enter the shoot yourself in the foot competition. No one else can compete, and we want to spread it around a little bit. Publish the audit, or I never want to hear the word transparency pass through the lips of anyone in that boardroom. Publish the full, complete audit. The whole thing. Every I don't care if it's 100 pages long. Publish it. Let everybody see it. Or once again, never use the word transparency again, because at that point we will know that it's a lie. Here's your opportunity. Not that I feel like some people care. We continue on this Monday lovely holiday period. We come back in 30 minutes time. My blood pressure is up again. That's typical. We continue on this Monday morning right after this. Keep it here.
Dr. Patrick Daigle is now seeing patients at Mississippi Women's OBGYN. While his location has changed from the Women's Health Center, Dr. Daigle's commitment to exceptional care remains stronger than ever. You'll find the same trusted care now at a new location within the Southwest Health Network. Dr. Daigle and Dr. James Nobles providing comprehensive women's health services at Mississippi Women's OBGYN. Same trusted care, new location, 205 Marion Avenue in Macomb, or call 601-250-4275.
Every now and then, we remind all of you loving, awesome, hardworking husbands that you have a premium it's time to renew. No, it's not life insurance, car insurance, or health insurance. It's way more important than those. I'm Kristen. Gentlemen, it's time to renew those long-term wife insurance policies. When you surprise her with a gift from Selmans, you remind her that no matter what lies ahead, you and she will get through it together. Your gift tells her this long-term wife insurance policy is for life. Renew your long-term wife insurance policy right here at Selmans. We're in it for the long term with you.
Don't miss Dave in the morning. Even when you miss it the first time, you can catch it on the podcast. Miss missing out would be a crime. SuperTalk 93.5 is always the place to be. Wanna get the podcast version? Here, my friend, is the key. SuperTalkPikeCounty.com. It's all there and it's all the rage. Spotify, Amazon, or Apple, just right there on the page. Dave in the morning, late at night, or anytime you have the crave. SuperTalkPikeCounty.com.
Dave Hughes here. Remember, every weekday morning at 9:06, it's Dave in the Morning, where we solve the problems of the world, or at least complain about them really loudly and sarcastically. And if you miss out, you can catch up with the podcast version of Dave in the Morning at SuperTalkPikeCounty.com. Welcome back. Super Talk, Mississippi, Pike County, 93.5 on a Monday morning. Dave Hughes here. Want to remind you, now we shared something on our Facebook page, and I want to make sure that everyone is aware of it. Don't start with me, Chris. No. Just no. I have no desire. I have been asked many times to run for office. I have. I am not interested because I feel like I am not the best person for the job. Plain and simple. I think there are plenty of other very qualified people. And I have more fun sitting here screaming from the bleachers than trying to coach. I'm just being honest with you. I'm just answering questions. So, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, but no. And congratulations to Ronnie. I saw that. Ronnie has retired after 33 years. Holy cow. See, that's nice. The broadcast radio retirement plan is, I hope you saved some of those fast food coupons you were giving away, because that's how you're going to be eating. That's the retirement plan in broadcast radio. Just saying. But anyway, we shared something on Facebook, and I want to make sure that we make this clear. It was from Pike County Emergency Management. I'll give you the short form version and then talk about it for a moment. The short form version is stop setting things on fire. Stop lighting fires. We're dry. We're bone dry. For the past few days, the fire departments have been running themselves ragged because everybody who had a little time off from work, well, it's about time. I gotta get my yard looking good. I'm gonna rake all this over here, and I'm gonna pile those limbs on top of it, and I'm gonna put some stuff out there, and then we're gonna burn it off so it'll look better. Nobody cares. Nobody's looking at your yard to that extent. Nobody is gonna show up and knock on the door and say, hey, you got a lot of leaves in your yard, you know. Certainly not any amount of care to the attention to the level to where you need to go risk burning down your house or your neighbor's house to keep it looking nice. I firmly believe that the entire thing about having to make sure your yard is nice, no matter what, I don't care if we're in a mini drought, and if I try to burn this, it could burn down everybody's house. That is a conspiracy from Big Lawnmower to sell more lawnmowers and sell more yard equipment. I take pride in my yard. Sir, you're wearing Crocs. We're not really interested in your pride opinions right now. I'm sorry. I own a pair of Crocs. Full disclosure. You've probably never seen them on my feet. They're house shoes, but yeah, I do own a pair. But you can lay off the fire-related yard work until we get some rain. Because right now it is causing a problem, and eventually somebody's house is going to catch on fire because you wanted things pretty outside. Get over that yourself, everybody else's opinion. Why are you so worried what everybody else thinks about your yard? Well, it's not that, Dave. I don't like it when it's messed up. I don't like it when my house burns down. Which one do you think is more serious? Don't set anything on fire right now outside for any reason. No reason. There is no good reason. There is no, well, I'm going to stand here with the hose and keep an eye on it and it'll be fine. Really? You're that good of a marksman? You're Hawkeye? You're going to use that hose stream and shoot every single ember down as it floats out because it'll float up to a mile or two away and then set somebody's house on fire. I'm not guessing that. That's exactly the way it works. So, don't. Just don't. We will eventually get some rain, and it will no longer be a problem. We've got a little tiny chance Thursday. Thursday night it bumps up a bit, 50% chance of rain. We'll have a chance on Friday as well. Then a slight chance on Saturday. So we do have some rain on the way. So if you can grit your teeth and bear the horrible injustice of leaves in your yard in January, maybe we can keep everyone's house from burning down and let the engines and the fire trucks cool off for a minute. They've been running nonstop. Now, admittedly, it feels like we go through this every few months. You may be tired of it. I think everyone is. But at the same time, that's been multiple times recently that you should have already learned this lesson. It's a known fact. A decent number of people did not learn this lesson because, again, nonstop brush fires. Part of the problem, by the way, and I saw somebody just about a week ago, was out going around doing some errands, and there was someone that passed me on the interstate in a pickup truck, and their tow chain was dangling in the back and hitting the pavement and sending up sparks. This may sound silly. It may sound ridiculous. This is an actual honest-to-goodness problem. If your tow chain sends up sparks and catches the grass on the side of the road on fire, you think we have traffic problems, number one. Number two, you're going to burn somebody's house down. And I realize we can tell by your actions you don't care. That has been made very plain and apparent. But until we get a decent amount of rain, can we all at least agree to pretend to care? Just fake it. Just fake it. It's what the city of McComb's trying to do with transparency.
If you cry,
and if it's good enough for them, final break. It's been a minute. I gotta look around in here. It might be in the filing cabinet over there. I gotta find the fork to put in this one because it's basically done. We'll wrap it up right after this on SuperTalk, Mississippi, Pike County, 93.5.
Dr. Patrick Daigle is now seeing patients at Mississippi Women's OBGYN. While his location has changed from the Women's Health Center, Dr. Daigle's commitment to exceptional care remains stronger than ever. You'll find the same trusted care now at a new location within the Southwest Health Network. Dr. Daigle and Dr. James Nobles providing comprehensive women's health services at Mississippi Women's OBGYN. Same trusted care, new location, 205 Marion Avenue in Macomb, or call 601-250-4275.
Tired of living with an overactive bladder? Constant trips to the restroom and sudden leaks don't have to disrupt your life. Axonics Therapy at Southwest Urology Clinic offers a long-term solution helping you regain control and confidence. This advanced FDA-approved treatment is safe, effective, and designed to fit your lifestyle, and best of all, it's right here close to home. Take the first step toward lasting relief. Call Southwest Urology Clinic at 601-250-4344 today to learn more about Axonics Therapy, because confidence starts with control.
Don't miss Dave in the morning, even when you miss it the first time. You can catch it on the podcast, missing out would be a crime. SuperTalk 93.5 is always the place to be. Wanna get the podcast version? Here, my friend, is the key. SuperTalkPikeCounty.com, it's all there and it's all the rage. Spotify, Amazon or Apple, or just right there on the page. Dave in the morning, late at night, or anytime you have to pray. SuperTalkPikeCounty.com, it's all there and it's all the rage. Spotify, Amazon or Apple, or just right there on the page.
Closing time. Open all the doors and let you out into the world.
We are once again
Closing time.
finito
Turn all of the lights on over every boy
for this
and every
Monday morning.
girl. Closing time.
And what a rousing start to the year, right? Don't worry, though. We start with this kind of news, this kind of show, these kind of conversations. There is one thing to remember: it will get worse. So just hold on for that. You heard Richard at the end of his show announce it. It had just been announced at that point. Tim Jazz Hand Walz, the governor of Minnesota, announced this morning he was dropping out from the re-election campaign for governor of Minnesota. It's an election year up there. He's not running. He's taking his name off the ballot because he would not be able to give a campaign all of his attention as he works to defend Minnesota against allegations of fraud and right-wing scrutiny. I think there is another unstated reason why he decided to go ahead and drop out. Because really there's only one person that can pull off running for re-election and winning while under multiple indictments. And it ain't jazz hands. That would have been President Trump. You know, the one whose administration I feel certain is about to indict Walz. So let me get out now so I can still try to claim some moral high ground. As if it exists in that world. You have a great Monday. We'll do this again tomorrow at 9:06. My friend, I'll see you then.
SuperTalk Mississippi Media Production.